Lockup. This is the infamous Kiki. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I'll try not to shake the camera too much. Look, I got something in my teeth. That's how y'all know I'm starting out bad when I got something in my teeth. Gross. I have something in my teeth, yo. Y'all know how we do it on this channel. I don't give up. Anyway, I had to get that out of my teeth. I just had a salad. So, y'all forgive me. I just had a salad. But anyway, welcome to my channel. I'm the infamous Kiki. I have a myriad of playlists on here. So if you would like to, if you would like to take a look at my playlist, go ahead. I watch Love During Lockup, Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Lockup, all the lockups. I try to watch them live. I know most of y'all coming here, y'all watching on the rewatch. I usually watch them Saturday. Saturdays is when I watch them live. So I'll try to make it on Saturdays because I can't do it on Fridays. I'm too busy most of the time on Fridays to do it. So I try to rewatch it on a Saturday, usually around noon or 10 or before noon. Like now it's Central Standard Time. It's my time. So if you like to watch with me, I'll try to give you guys, this is how it works. I'll try to give you guys timestamps of what I'm watching. If you would like to queue up your episode to stream it or watch along, I really appreciated you watching it along. I got a new setup for my camera. I just came up with something genius. So I do have a new setup. So this is my new setup. I got my head wrap on today because it is raining and it's storming. Tomorrow's my son's birthday. So we were supposed to do birthday stuff today, but can't do birthday stuff today because it's raining. So make sure you thumbs up, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I also watch, what else do I watch live? Sometimes I watch 90 Day Fiance live, but I don't. I haven't this season, I haven't this episode because I've just found 90 Day incredibly boring, okay? Incredibly boring. What else? I do watch House of the Dragon live. I'm trying to mix in some other live watches, but we'll see. We'll see, whatever. I've been people trying to get me to watch Prison Brides, but I missed the gravy train on that show. I think the season has already ended. So that's just not my thing. So I missed that whole thing. So we're gonna watch this. This season, there's a whole nother cast. So we're gonna see how it goes. I skipped past the introduction. Good morning, Kiki. Have you seen the new episode of Love During Lockup? There's a lot of deja vu going on. Okay, thank you, Tiffany. Make sure you thumbs up, y'all. People coming here, but thanks, Tiffany. A lot of deja vu. So there's gonna be some rehashing of old scenarios. I hope, my wish before I start this episode, my wish for this season, I'm happy that they have new couples. I am happy that they have new people, but I don't want to see the bad editing. I don't want to see the boring filling episodes. I can't stand the time elapsed editing. How they'll video something and then 4 or 5 months later, and they're trying to make it like it's a week later, and it's really like 8 months later. I don't want that. I don't like a lot of the fakeness of reality shows. So I just want this show to be a bit more transparent. And so I just, last season I just got so exasperated with Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup. I was just losing my mind. But anyway, here we go. We're finna start. I skipped past the beginning and the intro and on to so we got Tenny, who's 33, and Rob. Hold on, I like to read the couple's names, especially when we just starting out. So Tenny is 33. Tenny and Rob remind me of Sheree and Anthony. See, Tiffany, I wasn't watching it then. So Rob is 34. He's in jail with a firearm charge. I never watched, and Andrew and Candace remind you of Sean and Destiny. Okay, I don't know who Sheree and Anthony are. I didn't watch it then. Okay, I'm trying to turn it up a little bit, y'all. Not too much. I don't want to copyright strike. So Tenny has, hello GSP. Good morning. Good morning or afternoon or wherever you may be. Good morning. Tenny, she lives in Yukon, Oklahoma. I've actually been to Yukon, Oklahoma. I'm in Texas, so I have been there. It's a very small city. So they've been married 4 years. He's in Lawton. I know where Lawton is at. This is my bed right here. And so her and Rob are married. So Tinny and Rob are married. Rob is in a correctional facility, robbery with a firearm, concealing stolen property, and conspiracy in Tulsa. So they in Oklahoma. So he's definitely in it. They were calling codes back to back with me. I was out of here. I didn't care, but now I had something more to live for. Okay, so Tenny and Rob, did she meet him in jail? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, they went to high school together. Briefly for a few months or so, and then we lost touch. And then they dated briefly, and they lost touch. And so they got back in touch on Facebook. He inboxed me. I think so they started talking on Facebook. See, these are the couples that hello, Ruby Skies. These are the kind of couples that it's okay. But I like the ones that meet let me put it on pause. Let me tell y'all something before we go ahead. I like the people who actually meet the people through the prison dating app. I have a whole video where I went through a prison dating app so you don't have to. Okay? So just in case you're curious about what happens on a prison dating app, I have a whole video for that. But these people that knew each other a long time ago and they was friends, like, yeah, like that's cool, but I mean, hey. So these are the people that have cameras throughout the house. So how does he view the cameras? Okay, let's see. Being with someone incarcerated consists of an occasional phone call here and there, a visitation whenever you can. So do a day in, a day out. So she's the camera lady. Rob's idea. I've never met anyone who's like so big on. And it was his idea. I really hang with my wife to have. How does he view the cameras though? If he's in prison. I'll wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, tossing and turning, and I'll call his name and he's like, "What's up? I'm still here, baby. I'm up. I just checked the camera." I'm confused. How does he watch cameras 24/7? In the kid's bedroom or my bathroom. So it doesn't bother. I'm confused. I've been locked up so long. So how does he watch the cameras in prison? Really just kind of like let me run my show and stay out of my way as long as I don't do nothing that's breaking their code. I mean, of course, having a cell phone is breaking their code, but it's kind of one of those things. He has a cell phone. Is he watching? So, wait a minute. Wait. Y'all have to help me understand this. How does he watch her through the camera when you're not supposed to have a cell phone in prison? I mean, that would be contraband. Like he could get extra time for that. Like I know about prisoners and prison stuff. Oh, it's a contraband phone. But why would you be on a reality show with a contraband phone? Y'all, come on now. Okay, I call shenanigans already on this show. I call bullsh already on this show. I don't believe this. I don't believe that he's on a reality show talking about he got a contraband cell phone. I don't believe this. Nobody's called this out. I know dudes in prison. My brothers are in prison. I know somebody that was in Oklahoma Correctional Federal Prison. Come on now. I don't believe it. He's supposed to be, I don't care if it's a shot caller or not. So was my daddy. I can understand him having contraband in jail because it happens. Let me tell you, I know it happens. I know my brothers was in jail. He got extra time for contraband, but they wouldn't be on a reality show with contraband. They wouldn't. Who in their right mind? I gotta get my ex to watch this, y'all. My ex gonna watch this and come on camera and tell y'all he was in prison. He be like, what? He's sponsored by the Ring Kit, right? I call shenanigans. I call bullsh. I call bullsh. I'm sorry. I don't believe this already. So she got 2 kids, and the kids are not by him, I suppose, because they're older. Oh, the little girl with the glasses is cute. Oh, she got my daughter's glasses on, y'all. She cute. Oh, the prison is too far away from Fort Sill, Oklahoma, R&B. Okay. I have 2 children. She got 2 kids. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. Yeah, they're not his kids, but the kids is gorgeous. Little girl got clear glasses like my daughter. My daughter has the same glasses.
all went and visited and hung out every weekend, and it just progressed.
Okay, so do the kids? So the kids know. Oh, the little girl reminds me of my child. Y'all know how I feel about the kids. Y'all know I be going off all the time about these children. The daughter is gorgeous. She reminds me of my child. Except with darker. My kid. My kid look like she's Mexican. So she married this dude before he went to prison or after he went to prison? I missed something. I need to go look this up.
Okay.
So did she marry this dude before he went to jail? Or while he was in there?
I am a bit curious as to what it is that he would need to talk to me
Because it sounds like she married him while he was in jail.
I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I have to tell my wife something that Jenny doesn't know nothing about.
So Rob has to tell his wife something that he's nervous about, y'all.
I was just like, I'll just figure this out later. So, yeah, she's not gonna like it.
Oh, she's not gonna like it. Okay, y'all don't ruin it now. Y'all don't be spoiling. Don't be spoiling it for your girl. Cause already I got a side eye toward this whole couple. I got a side eye. Yeah, her kids are gorgeous. Y'all know how I feel about the kids. I was mad when the daughter said something. I wish I'd be with my friends instead of going to visit him. Oh, is that what the daughter says, Ruby? See, y'all know how I go off about these children because I don't think that your kids should be involved in your prison relationship or whatever. And these kids shouldn't be up calling this man daddy when they ain't even met this. Because I read some spoilers and some people were saying that the kids was up there calling this man daddy when they ain't even met the dude. Really? Oh, you got married while he was in prison. See, I wouldn't bring kids to a prison. Even if the kids was biologically his, I wouldn't bring them to a prison. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me hear. Okay, we're getting into Candace and Andrew next. Andrew's 40. He's a warehouse supervisor. Candace is burglary. Candace is giving me very like Sean vibes. Kinda. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't even bring kids to prison because I should know this because I was a kid who went to prison. Like I tell people, I don't just watch this show. I live this show. Okay. My dad was incarcerated. May he rest in peace. He died in 2021. He was in and out of prison all of his life. So my dad was not in my life because he was in prison. My brothers are in prison right now. I have 2 brothers that are in prison. They have struggled with addiction issues and they're in prison. I've never been to jail, never been in prison. My ex was in prison for 4 years. For 4 years. And so when we were together, GSP. We were together for 5 years. Now, did I see my ex last night? I mean, I plead the 5th dimension. I plead the 5th, GSP. I plead the 5th.
She's getting out in a few days.
A man saw that man last night. I don't know.
I do believe I am a hopeless romantic.
Andrew seems slow. GSP.
Love and affection.
Andrew. Oh, Andrew. Is he the new Deontay? He got a little friend with him. He got a little chubby friend. Andrew Chubby. Oh, he getting a call from his girl. She's in Nevada. I thought it said concentration camp. Oh, conservation camp. They need to change that name. I was like, concentration camp. What's going up over here? Oh, she looked like a dope fiend. Oh, I don't mean to be talking about Candace look like a dope fiend, y'all. In that picture, she looked like a dope fiend.
Yeah, that's James.
Oh, he got a little friend named James. Isn't this cute? Yeah, Andrew looked like the new Sean.
When I first saw Candace's profile,
Okay, so he met Candace on a prison site.
was looking possibly for her.
Talking about she was looking good. Baby, wait a minute. Let me look at this picture. He talking about she was looking good. Her prison. Okay, let me go back to her prison profile. Let's slow it down. Let me look at this prison profile. And I'm gonna read to y'all what it say. Talking about she gonna break him. Poor Andrew just seemed so sweet and just so gentle. Okay. It says, hey, I'm Candace, but I go by Chevy. I'm a spunky 28-year-old blonde. I'm lonely and looking for someone to share my life with and to show me the meaning of love. I will relocate. Talking about she looking good. Baby, she had a filter filter, okay? I'm a girly girl, but I also love the outdoors and don't mind getting dirty. Rawr. For example, building cars, camping and hiking, etc. If you're interested, email me or and then it blocks out the email. And don't forget to include your contact information. Due to the fact that I can't email back, hope to hear from you soon. XOXOC. So I just read her profile. Candace is like a crackhead. Talk about she was looking good. Talk about she was looking good. She had it's just a picture of her with a bunch of filter. Talk about okay. So I read Candace's little pen pal thing, which you see in her prison profile is the same prison profile that like I said, I did my video about me going on a prison app. It's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing that all of them write. It wasn't anything special. Ruby said his ex-wife looks like it might be his sister. What state is he in? And so the pictures of Andrew, oh girl. When Andrew sent her a picture, Candace knew she was hitting a lick. You can look at his picture and be like, poor Tink Tink.
Andrew, hello, I'm Candace. You got my attention. I love your voice too. I'm constantly looking at your handsome pics.
Oh my God, this is what they do to people? Let me go back. He reading the letter that she wrote. Andrew has a football. He has a potato head. Okay, let's read this letter. I'm pausing it so I can read this letter. I hope you have a good time with your son. Oh, he has a son. And I love your voice too, even though our conversation was short. I enjoyed it. I think we'll have a lot of great conversations in the future. And I look forward to that. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me read it in my fake Candace voice. I'm going to always be open and honest. So I'll tell you right now, I'm not good at this pen pal thing. Phone conversations are much better to me. I need two-way communication. And I'm looking for someone to love me back. My love language. Wait a minute. My love language is physical and acts of service. I love to spoil my man to show my love. Y'all, that woman don't sound like that, but I had to. Looking at this letter, so is this the kind of bullshit that they write these men to get these men? Child, I'm a whole English major. I went to school for journalism. I'm in the wrong profession, y'all. I shouldn't have been an accountant. I should have been out here swindling these men out here. I can't believe these men read these letters and these women read these letters and they really be like, ooh, she like my voice over the phone. Ooh, I'm looking at your pictures every day and how handsome you are. Like, people really fall for this? Y'all, I'd be blown away how people really be falling for this. But anyway, let's continue. I just had to read that letter.
We can make the second or third letter. She wanted to be exclusive.
The second or third letter, she wanted to be exclusive, y'all. The second or third letter, she wanted to be exclusive. No. Andrew, what the hell is wrong with you? Shorty is gassing Andrew's head up like an air balloon. Yes, bigger than what it already looked like a balloon. So, child, y'all, I just, she wanted to be exclusive after the second letter. And you believe that? And you don't know how, is she on a prison pal website? Do you understand how many men are writing Miss Candace?
Setting up the apartment for Candace.
So Candace, he's setting up the apartment for Candace. This is fake. You can tell that this is fake.
Until she can get clearance to move here.
Because she going to get out of jail and move there. Now, look, I'm going to hit pause again. How many times we didn't watch these shows where supposedly the person's going to get out of jail and move with that person, and then they end up moving with somebody else because they talking to a whole nother person. Candace said, this is my lick, and I know I didn't have Yeah. She says she's going to program. She get her address updated to the apartment that Andrew has ready for me. I bet she is excited. She like, oh, I get my own apartment. Baby. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video in here. This is gonna be a fun season. She already talking cash money is. She talking about, yeah, I need him to make this happen. Like, I need you to get this apartment ready, Andrew. Right now. Right now, boo. Right now. She made stuff in prison. Oh, isn't it cute? She made like little macrame. And then she sent post-it notes saying, I love you. Like that's just so adorable. Sending macrame while you're in prison and post-it notes. Like, I'm in love with Candace too right now. I'm like, ooh, girl. Yes, queen.
I have been married twice.
He's been married twice. Okay, here we go. The first wife, she got her face blurred out.
Previous relationship before Candace was with a woman who was demanding more and more money all the time.
So he married a woman. His second wife was demanding and demanded money all the time. So in other words, Andrew has a type. I have a sneaking suspicion that Andrew may not say he don't like that type of woman, but I have a feeling that Andrew picks that type of woman. That he likes the demanding money type. Andrew has to pay child support, Lord. So anyway, we're going to commercial break. I have a feeling that Andrew picks this type of woman because there are people out there who claim they don't like certain men or certain women, but somehow they always end up with them over and over and over again. Because they have a type. Because they have a type. Okay, so now we're in Wilkes-Barre, PA. So is this the stripper? Amira. Oh no, here's her daughter. So Ayana is 27 and a dancer, and Jamal is 36. He's in prison for being a drug trafficker. So is this the stripper? I'm assuming this is the stripper. My time they had a stripper on the show, because I know a lot of strippers who date incarcerated guys. And then she got a friend named Lexi. Her friend Lexi look like one of my homegirls. Back in the day. She works at a strip club. Where them dollars at? Maybe I should have had some dollar bills on me. I should have been throwing them bitches in the air. What? I ain't mad at her being a stripper. I've always wanted to be a stripper. I'm just going to tell you on the low key. Don't tell nobody. But Miss Kiki's always wanted to be a stripper. But I'm shy. And I don't have a body. I didn't have a body back then. Like now I probably got the body. Y'all see me? I'm on the pole. She out here making her money. She's a working girl. I no shade, no. I'm not hating on anybody who wants to be a stripper. They make good money. I had a friend. Yeah, I had to do a video. I had two friends that are strippers. One male, one female. The male, he worked at a male strip club, a gay male strip club, and he was straight though. But the men, they loved him. Okay, so she got two kids, a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old. She says she's not trying to dance. Down in the valley. Yeah, this is P Valley. Child, this P Valley. P Valley was my show. Me and my ex, we used to watch P Valley every week. We love P Valley.
Financial freedom. I don't like to be stuck in a position where I can't get my kids what they need. Why are you doing this? I don't understand what you're saying. Because, friend, your man got you feeling a different type of way. It don't got to do with no Jamal, no relationship.
Okay, so her little stripper friends is dividing up the money.
So when does he come home? It's what he says, less than a year.
He's supposed to come home in less than a year. Ayana is a 304 that jacked her best friend's man. Oh, so she got with her best friend's man. Well, spoiler alert.
Together as a couple. Me and Jamal were friends around the time he was locked up. He was dating my ex-best friend.
Oh, was dating her ex-best. Oh, her ex-best friend is gorgeous.
It was there, you know.
Oh, her ex-best friend looks gorgeous. He's been locked up for 3 years. He said he always had feelings for Ayana, but we never because he was still dating her friend. How you gonna date your friend's man? So he got incarcerated, and then somehow they got reconnected while he was incarcerated.
Like I love my man.
Oh hi, Annie with the ANE. Hi, I like to say hi. Hi to everybody watching, even the people who don't comment. Make sure you thumbs up the video. But hello, everybody.
But I got the peach, he got the cream. And you know what I'm saying? Shut it.
But she would date her friends. I like if I'm gonna date my friend's man, I'm at least make sure he ain't incarcerated. Like I don't want her sloppy seconds or incarcerated seconds.
He's not judgmental. He accepts me for what I did, what I do. But the most is that third leg, baby. I want to mold his penis. Like I feel like if I would have molded it before he went to jail, I'd have been cool. You sound like you got it all figured out.
Okay, so I'm assuming that they had intimate relations before he went to jail, because she keeps talking about his third leg. But girl, like, girl, ain't no D worth all that. Ain't no D worth a headache, honey. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ain't no D worth a headache. I need D that ain't a headache. I don't need you to have some good D and be a problem. Cause then you're not an asset. You're a problem.
Yes.
Oh, she got a DUI charge.
Yes. I got pulled over for speeding. I was on my way to work.
Oh, she was driving under the influence of Mary Jane. Oh, that's what y'all talking about.
And they made me do a sobriety test, and they gave me a DUI for being high driving on marijuana.
Oh, okay. So she
I've been in and out of trouble through the years. It's catching up with me.
Oh wow.
I'm so.
Are we sure it was just marijuana? I'm just saying, I don't be believing these people on this show, y'all. Yeah, she is a mess. Like where is your fan? It just sounds like her backstory is just a tragedy waiting to happen. The other stripper baby hairs are growing in all directions, north, side. I don't know what kind of. I don't know what that little. Her other little friend, the light skinned one, the one who like my hunger. I want them little curly cues she had right here. I don't know. I don't know what this was. She was like, "Girl, let me tell you, girl. I'm just up here stripping, girl." Like I didn't even know what was them had. Like what was this, girl? What was like? I didn't know she had some popcorn up there, or it was a wig piece. I didn't know if it was a sew in, and then she like sewed in some fake hair, and then they was just sitting up here like this. They was sitting up here like crinkle cuts. Like you know how y'all get that packing that be crinkly that you put in like gift bags and stuff. Like she had like little crinkle cuts up here. Like girl, she had crinkles up here. I was like, girl, why she got crinkles? Why she like, girl, let me tell you. I don't know why you dealing with that man. I don't understand. Like, I don't know if it was like a claw. It was like some claws up here. I didn't know what was going on. I thought, I'm glad y'all brought it up because I ain't want to talk bad about her, but I'm just going to let y'all do that. I ain't want to say nothing bad about her crinkle packing, her little crinkle packing right here. That's okay. Maybe she got to put her stuff in the box. You don't know what that woman going through. Maybe she got to throw stuff in the box real quick and she need like some cushion up here. Maybe she got some big forehead that she trying to cover up. Y'all don't judge that woman. I'm glad y'all said it, not me. Remember, y'all said it, not me. Y'all judging that woman, not me. Y'all up here talking bad about her. And her Jerry curl, her front Jerry. Don't do me. Don't have me get in trouble. People be on my channel trying to cuss me out. They be like, Kiki, why you talk about that lady with her crinkle cuts and her packing popcorns on top of her head? I'll be like, that wasn't me. That was GSP, that was Ruby, and that was Tiffany. Go take it up there. I didn't start it. I didn't say anything about her having braids in the back and the S curl up front. Remember, y'all said it first, not me. Okay, so anyway, we back to the newest person. Wait a minute, come on. I came here for the gay couple. Y'all know what? I came here for the next couple. Let me move on. Joey's parents' house. Oh no, when it start out in the parents' house, that's gonna be a hot mess when it start out with the parents' house. Yeah, TLC, y'all messy. Was that did that man, wait a minute, we going on to the next couple. Did that man have Did that man have a little toy in the bed with him, y'all? Did I just see? I know one when I see it. I got about 10 of them, but no 12. I know a toy when I see it. What was it?
Anchor. It does look like a big fat one, doesn't it?
Oh no, it's not. It's a dog toy. Child, I thought that was a Lord. Okay, I thought I didn't know what that was. They talking about it's a dog toy. Oops, my bad, y'all. I take it back. So Joey is 46. He's a real estate broker coordinator, and Michael's 40. He's arrested for intent to deliver and drug trafficking. I'm enjoying this episode. Joey and Michael. And they actually look like they would match together. Some of the other couples don't look good together, but they actually look all right. Like Andrew and Candace, I want to see what Candace really looks like. So
How was your day? Okay.
he said, "How was your day?"
Oh, nice.
He got the same computer I got for work. He's like, "What are you wearing? A white beater?"
I didn't come out. So probably
Michael's cute. He cute. He top dude I would date. Michael's cute.
But I just knew that something had to change because I was kind of miserable. And so
Oh, he's saying that he didn't come out to his family and friends, that he was miserable.
But I'm not
Joey and Michael remind you of Puppy and Amber. We see, I love Puppy and Amber.
sitting here today and talking about who I love and who I'm in love with. You know,
Aww.
it's not a secret.
Because I like Puppy and Amber a lot. I like both of them. I think they were flawed, but I like them. And I like Joey. He seems sweet.
I think my dad's in the other room.
Why does he live with his parents, though? Why does he live with his parents, y'all? No, don't spoil it for me, y'all.
No, I come from one meeting and I went, took a nap. Well, I tried to take a nap.
His parent, okay. He is too damn old to be living with his parents. I'm just gonna go discuss it right now. The elephant in the room, honey. He too old to be living with his parents. His parents are looking like look, okay, child. In my later years, I want to be out here living my best life. I do not want to be sitting here in a rocking chair in my living room where my 46-year-old son is in his room talking to his boyfriend. I don't want to live that life. I want to be traveling and doing my own thing.
I was struggling with some depression. My parents said, "Why don't you just put your stuff in storage and come stay?"
Oh, his parents invited him to come in. But that was 12 years ago. I'm sure they was like, yeah, come with us and live with us for a little bit. I didn't think they probably didn't mean 12 years later, sweetie.
Privacy as I do right about now. I see all those people back.
And I understand your son's depressed and you know, depends on how severe it was. I would ask my child to come live with me too. But 12 years later, no. I'll be like, it's time for you to get that. Your depression ain't got no reason why you living in that house for 12 years, child. You just stop.
No, anything like that. What if the shoe was on the other foot? What if the shoe was on the other foot? I don't know. I've got to be worried about you out there.
And I love how men talk because they just honest. He understand that he is a good looking man in prison. So I appreciate this couple already because he was like, the shoe was on the other foot. You know, he's like, I'm worried that you screwing some dude in prison. Right. Like, let's just keep it real.
Wow, this guy's good looking.
He is good looking.
This was when I was like going through my slutty phase. So
Oh, he was going through a whole life is the go life phase.
before he got locked up again.
So they knew each other before he got locked up. Oh, he said he lucky to snag a guy like Joey. Someone stable, someone mature. Okay, whatever, dude. I don't believe you either. I don't believe him either. Whatever, Michael. You know what to say. Oh, this is the couple right here. They talking about. They talking about some real stuff. He talking about he gonna be hecka frustrated when he get out. He need to hear some dirty talk. He need to hear some whispering in his ear. He wanna know we gonna tap the booty or not. That's the kind of talk I would have if I was locked up. That's the kind of dude that I would want to be with. Like, we ain't talking about, oh, baby, I love you, and no, he's like, I look. He's like, I'm gonna tear it up when I get out of jail.
I just think that's weird that they asked for a picture. I was like, is it just because we're gay?
No, the picture just proves that we knew each other before I got incarcerated.
No.
People like to smuggle drugs in here.
Yeah, he's telling them they had to safeguard the picture. Like, okay.
Okay. Since Michael went to prison, I haven't been able to see him.
Oh, he hasn't seen Michael since he's been in prison, y'all.
Known each other prior to him going into lockup. We have known each other. We just didn't have any photos together. We were too busy doing other things.
Oh, they was too busy doing other things, baby.
Have to crop us in, or you have a picture of you.
High five to the gay guys, cause they keeping it 100. They was like, baby, we was doing other stuff. And we was together, yeah, but we weren't together like that.
Your trophy wall, yeah.
I don't understand why women and men can't talk like this and just be like, we was just effing. Like it wasn't no relationship. It wasn't. Joey and Michael just keeping it a buck. They like, we was just effing. Oh, he's like, baby, don't forget you gotta put money on my books. See. And now they in love. Before, yeah, the picture thing was confusing. I guess they was trying to prove that he knew that they were in a relationship or knew each other. So they had to provide a picture. That makes sense. A picture that they knew each other.
15 years, and hopefully he get out of some of his criminal behavior.
Oh, Michael been in and out of jail for 15 years, baby. It's a lost cause, honey. I'm sorry, Joey. That's a lost cause, boo.
Like everyone else, I would shut it right down. I mean, it is a concern when he gets out. And
yeah, he photoshopped him in the photo.
Because when I first met him, it's like, that was exciting to me. That was awesome. I mean,
he said when he met him, it was exciting.
Best case scenario is I get to get in and see him, hold his hand. Worst case scenario is
he wants to go visit him.
Doctored up a photo and
yeah, they won't find out he photoshopped that photo. No, I'm just playing. They probably won't find out.
More trouble than he's already in.
Yeah.
He kind of struggled with the same.
But I like them because they keep it real. They not like trying to be like, oh, this is some grand love affair. I mean, they said he loves Michael and he wants to be with him, but they knew what it was before he got locked up. You know.
And I hope I can be that person.
They knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said some of these people on here, they need to keep it real. Y'all know damn well y'all was dating before they went to jail. They wasn't dating. They was doing something else. Yeah, they was friends with benefits. He was a jump off. So some of these women, they need to quit. They just driving me crazy about these women like they was some grand. Oh, we were together and then child. He probably was dating you and dating 5 other bitches at the same time. So anyway. Why? Wait a minute. Okay. So we're going back to. Okay, so back to Tenny and Rob. And she's driving, I guess, to go visit. Why are they talking like this with the kids in the car? Why are we talking like this with the kids in the car? Okay. All right. I said my blood pressure wasn't going to get up on this season. Why are you talking like this in front of your fucking children? Why are you talking like this in front of your kids? Why would you not take the phone off the speaker and be like, wait a minute, hold on. Now what? I mean, like we've all had conversations where you just like, okay, they start, I didn't put it on speakerphone and then my kid's in the car and I'm like, okay, hold on. Girl, hold on. Go on. What now? Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was on speakerphone. Why would you let somebody talk about I haven't had all this chocolate in my mouth? And why would anybody think that would be appropriate to say in front of like a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old? Jesus, I just can't. I can't. Jesus, take the wheel. Take it. I don't even believe in Jesus, but take the wheel. God, I don't even believe in the Lord. I'm an atheist talking about Jesus take the wheel. Why would you let somebody, that's just so gross and disgusting. That is so like pedo, like that's nasty. I'm gone. I don't care what anybody say. You don't let nobody talk like that. No, man, that's nasty. That's not appropriate for kids to be here. That's not appropriate. My kids is older than that. My son's 14, be 14 tomorrow. I don't talk like that in front of my son. I don't be like, ooh, hey, daddy. Not in front of my kid. Ooh, my son be like, what? Okay, I guess they finna have dinner before she go visit.
This is miserable right here. This is not the best. Having my dad in the house, I'm kind of nervous because,
Nehemiah is 10.
We never really had a father figure in the house, so it's
He's saying we never had a father figure in the house, so it's kind of nervous. I love when the kids talk because they speak the truth. They raw with theirs. Say having a dad in the house is.
Well, he does say that I'm always watching the cameras and that you shouldn't be doing that. But
Oh, he watching. He no, please.
I'm
Okay,
disciplined now.
please don't tell me this man got cameras in the kids' bedrooms like that. That's just even more effed up if that's the truth. Because I wouldn't allow that in no way.
Much of a difference because he plays on the cameras physically. He notices everything. Yeah, which I notice everything too, but like he notices everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he do notice everything. He got cameras all over the damn house that he shouldn't be watching.
Him coming home is gonna be very
And Cheyenne
different
is
for me
13.
with like the rules and stuff. I'm really curious how his plan is on to discipline us. I don't know.
She's curious his plan on disciplining them. The 13-year-old says.
Forgot it. He'll be there to remind you. All right, y'all ready? Yeah.
Y'all know how I feel. I wouldn't let no man this who was not their daddy discipline my children. No man ever has. No man ever will. My kids are my kids. My children. Mine. Mine. Never in my life would I entertain. I mean, they can have an input. If I'm not there, yeah. But would I let a man discipline my children? No. No.
The entire time that we've been together.
No.
I do want to thank you guys because it hasn't been easy, right? You guys never really complained, as long as you guys had some snacks in your phone. I don't even know if you really cared, but if you did, I do want to take a moment and just say thank you guys for.
And she's saying that her kids never complain. But the question is, all you guys need is your snacks and your phone. Just because your kids don't ever complain, don't mean they don't have an issue. As a parent, I know this. It's very selfish. It's very selfish. Oh, y'all never complain. Do you sit your children down and talk to them? And be like, hey, do you have any issues? Because I have a feeling that she don't. That she just waits for them to sit there and say something. And sometimes kids don't feel comfortable coming out. It depends on the kid's personality. Her kid seems very quiet and kind of mellow. So the point is that if you're going to bring your kid into this type of effed up situation, you have to be talking to, you have to sit your kids down individually because they're old enough. They're 10 and 13. They're not toddlers. So the fact that she's telling her kids, well, y'all don't really complain about nothing. I promise you behind closed doors, you would ask them kids that, do you have issues? They have worries and fears and issues. But the point is that she's not asking her kids. She's not asking the questions that, hey, do you have problems? Hey, what do you think about this? All kids are not going to complain to you.
Thank God that we only have a few weeks left. I personally will miss going to visit. It'll be good just to go out on weekends with my friends instead of going to a visit.
Yeah, the daughter just said it. It'd be good to be able to go out on weekends with my friends instead of going here to jail. But did she ask her daughter that? Hey, do you really want to go to the jail? Why would she make her kids even go to the jail? I don't know her living situation. Maybe she ain't got somebody that her kids can stay with while she drives this far. I don't know how far it is. But the daughter is saying, I'd rather be with my friends than sit here and do this.
My mom are still going to be able to have one-on-one talks. How do you feel about it?
And so, yeah.
Or are you like, I am on an emo?
It is sad. It is.
We didn't ask for a concert. Okay.
She told her mama, we didn't ask for a concert.
Like I'm up and I'm down and I'm nervous and I'm happy.
I don't understand this thinking. I will never understand this mindset. I've never in my life, even in my 5-year relationship, even in the 5 years I spent with my ex, I was never like, oh, you're going to be around my kids. Y'all know, I tell you all the time, my ex was never around my children. He was never in my kids' life. We didn't live together. We weren't married. But, the mom is, it's very me. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about that. I don't get it. My number one priority is my kids. It's their happiness. I'm happy when they happy. I'm good when they good. I don't take a lot. I don't understand this mindset of I want this and I want that. To me, there's something mentally, I wouldn't say wrong with a person like that, but there's something in their life that they are lacking, that they are missing or lacking or needing or wanting, that that they feel like being in a relationship with a man or a woman is going to fulfill some type of void that they have. I had to find this out a long time ago. Like I had to come to terms with my own issues, you know. Wait, wait. We got a new person, Zzz's. I'm gonna cry Zzz's. I almost said ZZIZ because I'm slow. Says I'm in a love during lockup type relationship for almost a year now. Really? Zzz's. I can't tell whether you're a male or female, but are you a woman? Are you a man? Are you in a relationship with a woman or a man? You would never try to get on the show? Why not? Well, I wouldn't want my business. I wouldn't want to be on national TV either. To be on this kind of reality show, have everybody all in your business, people going on your social media, people digging up all kinds of stuff for you because you know that's what they're gonna do. That's what people do on this show. You know, you should try out for the show though. But I mean I understand. You know, some people don't want people all in their business. So back to Andrew and Candace, but I couldn't do it. First of all, I could not, like I tell y'all before, and I'm gonna say it before and I'm gonna say it again, and I say it always every season. Okay, I'm a man in a relationship with a woman. Yes, not trying to embarrass myself on TV. Yeah, because you got to deal with your family, your friends, your kids, your parents. Like they're gonna be all up in everybody's business. So not just yours, but everybody. Your job. There's some people on this show, these reality shows, and lost their job because of them being on reality shows. So you putting your whole life on the line a lot of times in careers in order to be on a reality show. So it's scary. It's a big deal. And then the other person that you with, they're gonna dig up everything about their charges and their incarceration and their life, and some people don't. A lot of people was just like, I wouldn't want nobody scrutinizing my life that heavily. I told y'all before, I said there's two things. I can never be on a reality show because I got too many skeletons in my closet. I got a whole mausoleum in my closet. I don't know what kind of my exes that I've dated, a lot of them will come out the woodwork. They will come out the woodwork like cockroaches on me. And God knows I haven't done anything that bad. But I promise that I've done things that I know. Now, if I didn't have children, I would be on a reality show. But me having kids, I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't get embarrassed. But I wouldn't want my kids to experience the fallout of them going to school and having friends, and if we, them asking questions about my life and my past, and I that's a lot for my kids to deal with at an early age. So I wouldn't want to put my kids on no show and put my kid. Now, if I didn't have children, I would definitely do it. But because I don't care. I mean, I'm not, ain't no shame in my game. But I wouldn't want to put my kids through the embarrassment of having to deal with a life like that. But, I wouldn't do it. And then another thing I said, I can never be on a life during lockup kind of relationship because physical intimacy is very important to me. And if I ain't getting no nookie, I'm not interested. I'm just not. I can't be celibate. I ain't made like that. God put me on. I don't even believe in God, but the universe put me here to have to get naked. So I can't be. If I'm gonna be celibate, I'm gonna be by myself and be celibate. So Andrew showed up. Why Andrew showed up at this bank looking disheveled? Why Andrew showed up? Was he at the lawyer or the bank? Oh, income tax. 6 days into the old girl Candace gets released. I want to see what Candace really look like. That's not the bank. I see. Financial planner. Oh, it's his fiance. Oh, they engaged.
Until she can move here, so we're going to be maintaining two households for a little bit.
So you're gonna pay for everything over there for her.
Yes.
Oh.
Candace
What?
is getting out soon, and I can't wait just to see.
Candace gets out in 6 days.
She is on the outside. We spend very little time in person. Just 8 2-hour contact visits.
Okay, so they've had 8 2-hour contact visits. She said, what did Candace say? Wait a minute, hold on. Candace said, well, y'all, let's go back and reread what Candace has to say. So, Candace, what do you think about this situation? Because he's getting things prepared. Oh, she did? Candace said, I'm excited to get the truck. I'm excited to get my apartment. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I'm excited to see Andrew. Y'all stop playing with me on these shows. Stop it. That's okay. I'm excited to drive the truck. Kansas said, quote unquote, I'm excited to drive the truck. I'm excited to see what it's like going to be on a date with him. I can't wait to start my life again. I'm excited to get in this apartment. I'm getting me an iPhone, bitch. Candace, like, she didn't hit the lottery. Like, ding, 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 ding. Winner, chicken dinner. Oh, yeah, and Andrew. Yeah. I'm excited to go out. Yeah, him too. But I'm really excited to get in that truck.
1,300 a month.
Like I keep telling y'all, I said, had I know, all I had to do was go to jail to get some dude to take care of me. Now all Kiki has to do is look cute and go to jail and write some sappy ass letters, and I can get a truck, I can get an apartment, I can get a new iPhone, I can get my boobs done, I can get a new weave. Like if I know that's all I had to do was go to jail for a year, and I could get some simp, because I have never had a dude simp for me ever. It has never happened to me. If I knew that this is all I had to do was go to jail and I could find me a simp real quick, baby, I would have. I'm doing it wrong. Apparently, I'm doing this whole dating thing wrong. Shit.
Yes.
Because I ain't never had no dude be like, ooh, Kiki, I'm going to pay for this and pay for that. And, ooh. But then again, I can't be with somebody I don't like. I'm not an actress. Like, if I don't like you, you can tell from my level of disdain. Like, I just be like this. And they be like, ooh, baby, give me a kiss. I be like, like, I can't fake it. I'm not a faker. Andrew's going to go broke. You didn't give me a chance yet. Bobby. Oh, Bobby's here. Hey, Bobby. Okay, so his monthly bills is what?
For her, probably the same. Entertainment and clothes is maybe.
Wait a minute. Look, the lady can't even keep with the bills.
Maybe 4. I do have one child. He doesn't live with me. So
Wow, he has a child support.
$50 a month. But I took out a 401k loan.
401k loan?
$40 a month.
What?
I'm paying $350 a month in credit card debt.
What?
And how much do you make?
How much do he make?
Warehouse supervisor for an oil company.
Okay.
About $3,400 every 2 weeks.
68 months.
He,
Completely.
Bobby don't need a girlfriend. He need a damn financial planner. That's what he needs. Bobby need a financial planner. I mean, not Bobby. I mean, Andrew. Stop it, Bobby. Andrew need a financial planner. Andrew talking about he got this, he got that, he got this, that. Child, he got loans, he got credit cards, he got. Baby, what? Bobby. Andrew is basically living paycheck to paycheck, y'all. Why, if you living a paycheck to paycheck, would you be trying to get a woman out of prison and pay for a truck and pay her bills?
Or you want to leave it up?
No, I don't.
He is making like $6,800 a month, and literally he is spending about $6,400. He got barely enough money left over for gas and food and maybe a pair of socks. Like, maybe that's it. Like, Andrew has no money for nothing. Like, nothing.
I think that's good. I have about $180,000 in my 401k.
He has $180,000 in his 401k, so he going to take a 401k loan, player.
I feel like I sometimes overspend.
He's a flat tire away from total destruction. GSP, stop it. For real, his car break down. He had to take out about several 401k loans because he ain't got no fluid cash. None. Andrew is broke as hell.
I'm good. How are you?
And then I hate when, and remember last year that one chick that had that jewelry business and told that dude she was making all this money and he moved to Florida and then she ended up leaving the house and they were flat broke. Y'all remember that season? I forgot that lady and that dude. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember them on that one when she was talking about, I have a jewelry business and I got this house with a pool. Yeah, Ashley. And then she ended up getting evicted. And then she was talking about, well, they evicted me because I have a felon here. No, Ashley got evicted because she was behind on her rent. Baby, she was faking the funk. She was telling this dude that she had all this money and Ashley did not have all this money. She was faking the funk. So Andrew sound like the same thing, where he probably telling this chick he got all this money and he financially set, and he's not. Andrew is struggling. He's living paycheck to paycheck. I like this episode so far. I do. So Candace is like, wait a minute, I get out in a week. You ain't got what?
Like, are you hiding anything from
Oh,
me?
what? What's up? What pulls my teeth? Welcome. Hey, you in the middle of the episode? Me too. I'm in the middle of it too.
A relationship. Like I told you, I'd get a job right away, and you said
She talking
no.
about she gonna get a job right away. How you a felon that just got out of prison? Lord, Candace is blowing smoke up this man's ass. She talking about, oh, thank you. What pulls my teeth? Yeah, it's like a little African. I have like several of these in different color. But how she gonna tell this man I'm gonna get a job right away when I get out of prison?
That you had it all taken care of and had it figured out. When we started talking about what it was going to look like when I got out, I was like, hey, it's so overwhelming. So we agreed on getting an
So
apartment.
they're gonna get an apartment. He bought her a truck.
Something happens. Where does that leave me? And
She said, so if something happens, where does that leave me?
don't keep me in the dark about anything.
Okay, well, you watch it again. She talking about, well, where they gonna leave me if this fall through? Baby, Kansas is a whole grifter, y'all. Kansas is a whole grifter. She is a whole grifter. I can tell by the way she talk. She like, where this gonna leave me at? If is this not gonna be ready when I get out of what? She can get a job through a second chance employer, but I do agree it would be hard. It'd be hard. Or yeah, being a felon, it's gonna take a while. She lying to Andrew. She like, okay, so Andrew does remind me of Sean. He's meek, he's mild, he like, well,
How you doing? How was your day? Good. Did you solve all the world's problems?
I like that Joey has a good relationship with his parents. I like the fact that he kissed his father. That's sweet.
I could use some meat. What are you fixing this for?
I like Joey's parents already. I like them.
Pizza.
I like his parents. I mess with his parents real hard. His parents seem very sweet so far. Hit the like button, y'all. Come in here. Y'all smash the thumbs up button. Oh, I like Joey's parents. Oh, they cute. His dad is cute. He said, uh-huh.
A picture of us. I'm kind of nervous.
Look at the dad. Dad, like him and his dad look just alike. They like, what?
No kidding. So you trust the relationship right now?
I like his dad. I like Joey's dad.
It's not like
Candace is gonna run over it. She's gonna drain Andrew dry. She gonna drain him dry. She gonna suck him dry, and I don't mean in a good way. Candace look like she can't even give no good top. So she gonna suck that man dry, all of his money, and nothing else though, nothing else. She ain't gonna be sucking nothing else dry. She get some sloppy toppy. She look like she'd probably fall asleep in the middle of it and be like, okay, I'm tired, I'm finna go to bed. You got some more money for me. That's what kind of girl Candace look like. She like she can't get no good top. So I'm just gonna put it out there, y'all. But Joey's dad trying to talk some sense into him, and it's gonna break it real quick. And not in the bedroom, not in a good way, GSP.
Did you ever talk to him about recovery or?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it.
So Michael used to be an addict, and then the dad is like, "Do you talk to him about recovery or what's gonna happen?" Michael's a whole career criminal. He's been in and out of jail forever, for 15 years.
And I told him, I was like, I'll go with you. I'll go to counseling with you. And I said, you just need to find a sober support group.
Oh, okay.
It took for me. My dad is a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, his dad's a recovering alcoholic,
I'm going to be different, and it'll be different.
and then he was an alcoholic, so it's generational.
The first
Yeah.
drink I had ever had, I think I was 15. I remember
Oh,
the feeling
wow.
of being different went away. I was ashamed of who I was. I was ashamed of being a gay man.
Oh
When
no.
I came out, I drank for many years because as a disease, it becomes something you need to fill that void or whatever.
Poor Joey. He was an alcoholic, y'all.
I mean, we're the dredges of society.
Yeah.
When we first hit these programs, until we surrender and say, hey, I need
This is
help.
sad. This is real. This is the only couple I really like so far is Joey and Matthew. Because they talking some real stuff. Like he's talking about his addiction and his alcoholism. And his dad was an alcoholic. He was an alcoholic. And then Michael had substance abuse. And he told Michael he'll go to meetings with him. Like they talking about some real stuff with these couple. The other people, they just be bullshitting. And they be know half of these people on the show be addicts and alcoholics and got substance abuse issues. This is sad. Because Joey wasn't happy with himself. So he was an addict. He drank all the time to feel normal. That's sad. Like, oh, I'm about to cry. Like, I'm feeling it right now. Like, I'm feeling like, yeah, Joey.
And that's my whole fear.
It's sad. It's very sad.
He's calling him. I just think, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, the dad is like the proof is in the pudding. Like he has to prove that he's gonna get out. Talk about when the dude get out, he probably go GSP. Damn it! Now look, can we at least let Michael get out of jail first before you predicting doom and gloom? Why he gonna get out of jail? He gonna be wild out, girl. Watch, Mike. I agree. Michael probably gonna get out of jail and start drinking, start doing drugs. He probably gonna start running the streets. He gonna be hanging out. He gonna be like, I ain't got time with this 46-year-old man. Shoot, Michael gonna get out and gonna get him a 25-year-old male stripper named Ethan. He gonna be wilding out. Yeah, you're a realist. I'm a realist too, girl. I'm with you. I agree. Cause okay, so back to the stripper that Bobby was talking about. So she on the phone talking about her DUI, DWI charges. So she's in some legal trouble. She's only 27. She got a record. She gonna be locked up. So they told her she can't defer no jail time, but she gonna be in jail for sure. She get little as 15 days, as many as 90 days. So it's not that. Is her friend's butt real? I don't know, girl. Maybe it may be a BBL.
90 days. I'm not trying to do long time at all, but 90 days.
90 days is not bad. Ayana could be going to the pokey for 15 to 90 days. Yeah.
About going to jail is being for my kids.
Which is hard. Like, is she gonna be able to keep her job if she go to jail? And what about her kids?
Not being able to talk to my man is so difficult. Prisoners are not allowed to talk to each other when they're in separate jails at all.
So she can't talk to him. Yeah, prisoners. No, it looked like Jello. I gotta see which friend. The friend with the curly cute hair. These right here. The friend with the crinkle cut. The crinkles up here. The crinkles. The curly fries. Look like she got a package of Jack in the Box curly fries on her head. Stop. Look, that friend we talking about?
I don't like being angry. I don't like being emotional because I know I'm fighting my own demons, but at the same time,
girl, okay. Yeah, the white girl, she is not white. That is for sure. Oh my God, did she get?
She got mad because I went to
Oh my God, so she fought her friend over a man, and so they got into a physical altercation over this man. I ain't never fought no chick over no man in my life, and never will, baby. A best friend or not, never will. Curly fries. Let's call her Curly Fries. She fought. Her and her friend got in a fight over this dude. Ain't no D that never. Oh, baby, I have another you in a day. Curly Q. I don't understand them curly fries. Now I'm distracted now.
I can't do
curly fries. Leave curly fries alone. She fought her ex best friend over a dude in jail. Like, I wouldn't even show my face. I wouldn't let them use my face and name on the show either. I would be embarrassed to even admit that.
Here you go, rip it right away. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just.
Aw, her friend giving her a hug. That just looked nasty, but okay. But she talking about I'm tired of this, blah blah blah. But girl, like, you make the decisions in your own life. Like you have control over your own life.
In the future, building a house together for us and all our kids.
So I don't know what Ayana has gone through or what she's experienced in her life, because she seems like a broken person. To be 27 years old, 20, and I was thinking she was older in the face. I'm not trying to talk bad about her, but for her to be 27, you know, she young enough to be my daughter. Like for real. Like, I could be her mama. But the way she looked, I don't know. Like, I could be her mama for real. Not sister, mama. Like, she young enough to be my daughter. Like, she just looked like she didn't been through it in her life. And that makes me sad as a Black woman. Like, that makes me sad. And I know that there are people out there. I got people like this in my family. But I just, it's just sad, you know.
And now
That fast life, it will age you. It will age you big time, honey. Yeah, she living a rough life.
I birthed these kids. I love them to death.
When she talking about her kids, but then you need to focus on your kids. You can't let ish get you distracted. If you love your kids, focus on your kids. Talking about she don't want to go to jail. I know that's hard. And you worried about whether this man coming home or not. That's not the way to go, boo. That's not the way to go. You know. And then she crying. I'm like, girl, there ain't no crying.
Watch what rice does to your belly. Rice?
Tiffany said, Ayana's old enough to be my daughter too. If I was fast at 15 years old, you need to stop, girl. Stop, 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 stop. I'm thinking, okay, how old would I have to be to have Ayana? I would be 22? 22. So that wouldn't be too bad. I would have to have her at 22. But I mean, so that's not too bad. Both of them be locked up, right? Like, I don't, and then they can't see each other communicate if they both are locked up. But yeah, if Rihanna's my daughter, I would have to have her at 22. So, which isn't too bad. It's not too young. I wouldn't be 15 now. I'd be grown. But she young to be my daughter, but she looked like she wouldn't be my daughter. I would say so myself. She seems older than 27. She seems like she's lived a lot of life for 27. So I wonder what her story really is, because it just seems like, the way her eyes look, I can look and tell people's eyes. It's in the eyes. The look of lostness and tragedy and hopelessness. I can see it. And it makes me sad because, like I said, I could have been on that same path and trajectory in my 20s if my life wouldn't have took different turns. But I see, my life could have been that way. My life could have easily went that way. Like I told you, I used to be in a gang, and I was, in them streets when I was in my 20s, and I could be dead, incarcerated, had babies when I was 20. I could be running around here with a 30-year-old, but my life took a different turn. But I had to get a hold of my life. Like I made the choice that I was going to change my life. I was tired of things happening to me that I didn't have any control. But then I realized I did have control, and that I just had to concentrate and focus on the things that I needed to focus. Oh, you've been locked up twice. My ex has been locked up twice, and he at an early age, and he realized in his 20s that he don't want to be locked up no more. So he hadn't been in prison in a long time, like 15, 16 years. So, and he has a good job, and he has a very good job, really good job. My ex makes more money than I do. But it took him years of starting from the bottom. Like when he got out, when he was 27, he started his life over, and now he's 40. He's 40. My ex is 42. And so he spent the past 20 years getting his life together. And he just had to start from the bottom and work his way up, and it was hard. It's not easy. It's not easy finding a job as a felon, and he's had issues even now trying to find rent a place to live and stuff like that. Like he had issues finding places because, they don't want to rent to felons, especially if you have drug charges. They don't want to rent to you. There's certain charges that places don't want to hire you or rent. If you have any kind of domestic DV issues, if you have any kind of intent to distribute, if you have any kind of violent charges, places don't want to hire you, and they don't rent for you, even if it's been 15, 16, 20 years ago. Like, even if you ain't been in no trouble since then, the felons still have a hard time getting their life together. It's a hard road, especially if you don't have a lot of family support and a lot of help, Yeah, I've been in jail in 20 years. Good for you, Z. Talking about Tiffany said she on a Mile High Club, cruising in a Honda on the highway. Ooh. Shorty seems like, yeah, she do. She seems very broken to me. And it makes me sad because, like I said, I have people in my family that like that. And I wasn't broken at an early age. I was just out there doing bad things. Hood rat. I just wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends when I was younger. I was just, it's in my DNA. Like, it's in my DNA to be a troublemaker. I think it's like, it's in my DNA. Like, I think, my dad been in and out of jail, and then my mom was running the streets and hanging out with Hollywood people. And one day I'm gonna come over here and tell y'all the story about mom and my aunts. I've said things here and there about the entertainment industry, but they were really like out here in Detroit. They was really hanging around a lot of stars and stuff back in the late 70s and the 80s. They were doing a lot of stuff. My aunts and my mom was out here doing. They partied a lot. They hung out a lot. They did a lot. That's why I was raised with my grandmother, because my mother was not in any kind of way, shape, or form in the capacity to raise a child. My mom has experienced DV. She was in it. She was in and out of relationships where men would put their hands on her. And I thank God every day that I got left with my grandmother and she did not raise me. May she rest in peace. I love my mother to death. But we didn't rekindle our relationship um until I was in my 30s, like until I was older, until I'd already had my first son and everything. So she didn't come back in my life until I was like 34, 35 years old. So I only had my mom really for about a little over 10 years that I have her back in my life. But all my life I didn't grow up with my mother. My mother ran the streets. My mother lived. When I watch shows like this and I see these people choosing their men over their kids, it makes me emotional because I've been that child. I had my mom drop me off with my grandmother just so she can go run the street with some dude. I've had my dad in and out of incarceration, and he never got his life together, and he passed away in 2021, and still in and out of incarceration. So I've lived a 360 of this show. That's why I watch this show, because and that's why I get angry when it comes to these kids and these women picking these men, because to me it's almost personal, because I seen it. I didn't seen that my mama didn't have a man. She would come pick me up and hang out with me, and then the moment she went to go live with some other dude, I would get dropped off at my off back off with my grandmother. So I do feel emotional and I do take it personal, because I believe that you should put your kids first. And I promised myself when I was little that if I ever had children, I would put them first. I ain't never put no man first over my kids in my life, and never will. Never will. I will be single for the rest of my life. I will not have a relationship for the rest of my life if I know that my kids are safe and that I am mentally safe. I will never choose no man over my children. I will never choose a relationship over my children. Cause I can, when my kids get grown and they leave the house and they do their own thing, then the whole life, maybe the go life, Miss Kiki may be out there wilding out. Y'all may see me at a nude beach. My tick old bitties everywhere, and then they be like, "Boy, her kids must be out of the house. She wilding out." Then I'll wild out. But once I had kids, I took it very serious, and I was like, I'm not going to repeat the generational mistakes that have gone on in my family. I broke that cycle. I don't believe in generational curses. It was a choice. It was a choice for me to have kids in my 30s. I did not want to have kids in my 20s. I was like, no, I've seen too many friends have babies in their 20s and they were not good mothers. It was a choice. It was an abject choice for me to have kids. I said, I'm going to be married first, and I got married first, and then I had kids. That was a choice. I didn't think I would ever get married or ever have children. I would never thought. And I said, if I live the rest of my life and I never get married and never have kids, that's fine. I was okay with that, because I still did not want to have kids when I wasn't ready to be a mother. And in my 20s, I was wild. I was in a gang. I was running the streets. I did not want to be the same type of mother that my mother was. I did not want to be dropping my kids off at my great aunt's house or this friend's house or that friend's house. I didn't want my kids to live that life. I had to get it all out. I said, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to let my freak flag fly, and I'm going to party, party, party. I'm going to do shots, 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 shots. And I'm going to party as much as I want to. And then when I'm ready to settle down, then I'm going to have children. I did not want to drag my kids through my selfish choices. And I made a lot of stuff. That's why I can't be on a reality show, because I made a lot of selfish choices in my 20s. And I dated a lot of dudes. And I partied a lot and hung out a lot. But I didn't drag I didn't have children to keep up with. I could have been a stripper. I've done some stripper-esque type ish. Y'all know my past. Some of y'all know Miss Kiki. I was wild. But I didn't have kids. I didn't have children. So I didn't have to worry about it. So my conscience is clear. Once I got married, I had kids. Even when my late husband died, and I started dating, I was like, I can't be out here shot, 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 shot. I could easily just drop my kids off with my grandmother and be like, I'm finna go be with this dude, and I'm just gonna resume my party life, that I used to have. I'm going to be in my 30s and I'm going to have fun. And I'm not, my husband passed away and I'm going to drown my grief in alcohol and shots. But I didn't do that. I did. My thought was I could do that, but I have children. So I can't do that. So I had to think about my kids first. And no matter how lonely I get and how sad I get, and yeah, I want a relationship and I want this. But then I'm thinking, like, at the end of the day, I still am a mother. And at the end of the day, I enjoy being a mother more than I enjoy being a girlfriend or a wife. I enjoy having kids more than I did being a wife. And my kids will always be my number one priority. So that's when I watch this shows, y'all. I get angry because I don't feel like the kids, if they're under the age of 18, they shouldn't even be on camera on these shows. And then they got to turn around and go to school, and then they got to turn around. No. I just believe that I let a kid be a kid. I don't think kids should grow up too fast. I grew up very fast. By the time I was 13, 14 years old, I was halfway grown, y'all. I was grown. Like, I seen too much, experienced too much. I grew up in the hood. By the time I was 14, I mean, I wasn't this sheltered, wilting, even though I was a Jehovah's Witness, I still wasn't this sheltered, wilting little flower. Like, by the time I joined the Witnesses, I had already lived a lifetime. I had a lifetime worth of wisdom, I felt. I was more mature than kids my age at that. That's another reason why I joined the Jehovah's Witness, because I was much more mature. Because I had to grow up fast, like I grew up around a lot of elements and a lot of family elements, going to see my dad in prison and stuff like that. Like, stuff that I wished to live my life again. I would have never experienced. I wanted to be a child. I believe in let a kid be a kid. People like your kids are sheltered. They're kids. I mean, as my son gets older, happy birthday to him tomorrow, but I want to be a kid. How long have you been single? Over a year. I've been single over a year. GSP says she grew up around a lot of meth. So many people lost in the streets in California. I was a troublemaker, you GSP, me and you. But yeah, I've been single over a year now. So, and it's a conscientious, semi-conscious, GSP don't start, conscientious decision. It's a whole story behind my quote unquote singledom. But I am officially single. I ain't got a ring on my finger. I ain't got nobody on my social media. I'm not hugged up with nobody on my social media. So I'm just gonna say that officially I am single. I spent 5 years with one guy and we broke up last year. Well, I broke up with him. And yeah. And so this person that GSP is talking about and other people have heard me mention, when I first started my YouTube, we were for sure together. I would do videos, you would hear him in the background. But we broke up. I broke up with him last year. It's been like a year, probably about 14, 15 months I've been single. And like I said, it's a choice. It's a choice. And I'm on dating apps and I talk about my online dating adventures. If you subscribe to my channel, you can see my playlist where I talk about my online dating adventures and, me being single and navigating that. But, as I get older, I just realize, it's okay to be alone. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. He's in your attic now. Oh, no, child, you and me looking at him. I'm like, what? No, he's not. He's actually at work. But I just learned to like navigate being single. I have never been single this long in my life, in my entire life. And it was weird and it's hard and it's lonely. And then when I watch these shows like Love During Lockup, whether they be male or female, I see the same patterns of them. A lot of people don't want to be lonely. A lot of people are looking for human connection, looking for somebody to be with. They're looking for love in all the wrong places, child. And so, the best advice I can give to these young people, because on most of these shows, these people are younger than me, or at least my age, but most of them are younger in their 20s and 30s. The best advice I can give anybody is that, you have to go live your life and be happy that you're single. And it takes a while to get used to. It took me almost a year to where I now in the past 4 or 5 months, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm cool with it. I've gotten used to just not being in a relationship. When I was in a relationship after relationship, I mean, I was in back to back to back to back to relationships. When my husband passed away, I was single for about 7 months, and then I started dating. So that was that was a choice. I was in grief. That was a choice. But that's the longest time at that particular time, 10 years ago, that I'd ever been that single in my life. I've had back to back relationships. Now it's been over a year. I've never been this single this long in my life. And so it took a while to get used to. It was hard. When you're in a relationship with somebody for 5 years, and you thinking that this person, you guys are going to grow old together. I thought all that. We didn't live together. We weren't married, but I thought that, we were going to be together for a long, long time, no matter what. And so it was hard, having to end that relationship, but I had to because I had to get out. It was like a get out situation. I mean, I wasn't being verbally or physically hurt or anything like that, but it was just a bad situation. It was a situation where if you go back and see my videos during that time, that I was miserable. There was a lot of effery that went on in my relationship that should not have went on. There was a lot of things that didn't happen or did happen. And basically what sums it up is that I was in a relationship and I was lonely. And I figured, like, if I'm gonna be lonely, I'm gonna be by myself. I'll be by myself. If I'm gonna sit here and not have somebody pay attention to me, and not have somebody act like they care about me, and not have somebody like feel like I'm a throwaway and I'm just here whenever they feel like it, and I'm being taken for granted and I'm being neglected. If I'm gonna do that, if I ain't gonna go through that being in a relationship with nobody, I'm just gonna be by myself. And so when I decided to just be like, I'm done here and end the relationship, he didn't really understand, but I did, and I explained to him that I don't want to be lonely in a relationship. And then he would try to fix things, and then within a couple of weeks, it would be good, and then we'll go back to the same thing: me being ignored and neglected. I'm not going to be ignored. I'm not going to be lonely in a relationship. So I ended my relationship, even though it hurt me and it pained me, and I didn't know if I was doing the right thing. But I understand now I was doing the right thing to save myself and my sanity. I'm not going to be treated like I'm just a throwaway person and I'm just here for your beck and call and for your pleasure. And whenever you feel like fucking with me, you come fuck with me. And then when you don't feel like fucking with me, you don't fuck with me. Like I'm not your part time, person to be with, especially after we've been together for 5 years, and I put enough love and emotion and care and trust in this relationship, and you treat me like this. No. Mm-mm. I ended it. And then ever since I ended it, I guess he didn't think I was serious. But ever since then, it's been him trying to prove to me that he wants me back in his life. And so that's where we're at now, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the stage where my ex is trying to prove to me that he can treat me right, and we can be together. And he's trying to put in effort and prove to me and show to me that he is the man for me, and that he didn't treat me right, and he took me for granted. And now, since he been single and realizing that, oh, you're not gonna find another person like Kiki, oh, you're not gonna find another me, then he come to Jesus moment real quick, that he realized, okay, I don't want to be single, I don't want to be lonely, but I'm happy being single. I'm like, no, I'm good. Oh, I'm good. We're good here. I told my ex the other day, oh, I'm good. What do you mean you good? I'm good. Oh, you out here doing your own thing, huh? Mm-hmm. I'm doing my YouTube thing. I'm working. I'm enjoying my kids. I moved to another house. I have a brand new house. I'm doing good. What you doing? Oh, you not happy. Oh, okay. You lonely. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not. I'm not. Relationship and marriage takes a lot of work for it to work. This is one of the reasons why most don't work. It does. It takes active trying. You have to be trying every day. My issue is, and my problem, GSP says she's been single for 4 years and the happiest she's ever been because I've always been in a relationship. Me too. It took me a while to be happy. I'm not gonna lie, I was miserable for a long, long time, and just like I said, second guessed everything that I did in ending my relationship. But relationships and marriage should work. My issue and my problem is that I was married for 8 years, and I had a good marriage, and I had somebody who loved me and adored me and treated me. We had our differences, but my husband, for all his flaws, my husband treated me very well. My husband treated me like I was like it was a person that I didn't even see in myself that my husband saw in me. My husband saw me as great. My husband saw me as this talented, attractive, wonderful, great mother, great wife. We were best friends before we got married, and before we got together, we were really good friends. We had a lot of things in common. And me and my husband, we had our whole lives planned ahead of us. Like, we were going to grow old together, we were going to go vacation together. Me and my husband had a lot of things in common. We had, my husband and our temperaments matched each other. I'm more low key and laid back. He was more excitable and quick to snap, and he was much more outspoken, and I was more the low key one. So we got along, but we had a lot of things in common, a lot of interests, a lot of things, and the things that we didn't have in common. My husband, it was no big deal. He would just went along with it. But my late husband thought that I was brilliant when I didn't see my brilliance. He thought I was wonderful when I didn't see how wonderful I am or could be. He saw all the potential in me and everything that I could be and wanted to be and encouraged me. And like I said, I met my husband. I wasn't in college. My late husband encouraged me to go back to school. And so I went back to school and worked part-time while he worked full-time. My husband helped me support my dreams. I was out here protesting. When I met my husband, I was involved politically in a lot of things. My husband would help write the signs. My husband's like, if you get thrown in jail, just call me. I come bail you out. Like, I'm not gonna be out there protesting with you, but baby, if you get in trouble, he would be the first person I'll call. If I needed him to drop me off at a protest, he would be there. When I would rant and rave about America and about the war, the Iraq war at the time, and all that stuff, I had a whole, I can get very feisty when it comes to politics. My husband would sit there and listen to me rant and rave for hours about how upset I was, and he'd be like, "You get him, baby, you get him." Like, he was always my number one fan and my cheerleader. And so because I had that experience, like anybody else, I don't want them to be like my late husband, but I know how it feels to be treated. I know how it feels to be loved. And I think a lot of people out there don't has never experienced. There's a lot of people out there that have had relationships and marriages, and none of them have been good. They've had nothing but toxicity. To be in a marriage and be in a relationship, to have a good relationship, not a mediocre one, but a really good one, it sets the blueprint in my mind that I know it's possible. Nobody can tell me it is not possible. There are plenty of people out there that won't know a good relationship if it bit them on the ass because they have never had it. They've never had it with their families. They've never had it with their friends. They've never had it with anybody. There are a lot of dysfunctional people just settling for other dysfunctional people and in loveless marriages, sexless marriages, because they don't know what else to do. They don't know what, yes, my husband was the love of my life. I used to think my ex was the love of my life, but now I realize no, it's not. But there are a lot of people out there that have never experienced true love and a true sense of relationship. And I get it. And so people just settle for mediocrity. I can't settle for mediocrity because I had a good relationship that I know relationships don't have to be mediocre. You don't have to be in a marriage where you don't have sex. I was in a marriage where intimacy was every other day. And people are like, well, that's not normal in a relationship. That's not normal for you, but for me, it's normal. It was normal in my relationship for me and my husband to get together and us talk about politics, religion, race, child rear, everything. A lot of people are like, well, that's not okay. That's normal for you, but that's not my normal. My normal is my husband was my best friend. I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm ignored by somebody, whether we live together or not. I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like I'm doing this by myself. I'm doing all the work, and they just sitting back like, okay, whatever. I can't deal with that. And people, my ex, who I was together for 5 years, had a lot of relationships where they were not good. They were dysfunctional. They were toxic. They were abusive. All of that stuff. He's experienced all of that stuff in his past relationship. These were not with good women. These women were crazy. These women were mean women. These women were, and that's what he's used to. And so when he met somebody like me who was actually really normal, it was just kind of like he didn't even know what to do with me because I'm normal, I'm stable, I'm independent, I have money, I'm not trying to leech off of him. I'm not some clucker, I'm not a crackhead, I'm not some real hood chick who just looking for a come up because he's a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of chicks that he's dated. I'm not that type of chick. I'm not look at you like you white and you a come up. You know what I'm saying? Like his ex-girlfriends were like that. Who were black, who looked at him like this is somebody that helped take care of my kids and pay my bills. Like that, I hate to put my ex business out there, but it's just the truth. That's the kind of black women he been with. That just used him to take care of their kids. And because he was a cute white boy, and they was like, okay, I need you to come take care of my kids. I met my ex, I'm like, I have 2 kids. I don't want you to come take care of my kids. I'm not trying to move you in my house. I don't need you, I don't need your money. I'm college educated. I have money. I'm not dysfunctional. I'm not on medication. I'm not doing drugs. I don't do none of that. I was just normal chick who likes sci-fi and comic books, and I'm a square kind of person. And so him meeting me, he wasn't used to having somebody so calm. His ex-girlfriend, he spent 7 years with her. and she would fight his sisters, and she would key up his car, and she had him taking care of his kids. Like she was like the black version of Angela Dean. I'm serious. My ex, I know he gonna watch this video, but his ex girlfriend was the black version of Angela Dean from 90 Day. She was that kind of person. She want to fight somebody. She would cuss him out, and she would knock stuff like that's she was that kind of toxic person. Then his baby mama was like that too. His baby mama was like Angela Dean too. His baby mama still like that. She want to fight and cuss you out, and I I hate to say my ex, his mama is like that. Like he get it from that. He had a pattern of dating women like Angela Dean from 90 Day. Like that's the kind of woman he dated. So when he met me, well, I'm nothing like that. You know, I'm just like, yeah, it's trauma bonding, right? GSP, trauma bonding. So every woman he's pretty much messed with or dated, whether they be black, white, or otherwise, they acted like that. It was very reactionary. They was very like, MFI, F you up, and blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm like, girl, if you don't go see, she tried to get on, his ex tried to get on Facebook and try to get at me. And I said, girl, first of all, you ain't gangster. I am. I've been in a gang. So don't try that. Don't try that you ain't even from the hood. I am, and you're not. So I said, if you want to mess with me, honey, you barking up the wrong tree. And he would tell her, Kiki's not the one. Oh, I'm not the one. I said, because I'm not all about that loud talking and threatening on Facebook, and I'm not a keyboard gangster. I just show up at your house one day. I'll show up at your job. I knew where she worked. I was like, I know where you work. I show up at your job. What would you? Girl, I said, girl, you will come up missing and come up. You end up missing. You messing around with me. I said, I don't fight. I ain't got time to argue. I ain't got time to fight. I'm just like, good luck to you. Be careful when you walk to your car. Because I'm that type of person. I'll be sitting at the house while that girl, she was scared of me and backed off. Because he told her, like, Kiki a real one. Yeah, I ain't got time to all this loud talking and arguing and threatening over Facebook and over social media. And this chick would text me all day and be like, well, I was like, if you don't want them, girl, why are you? Okay, you can have them. I said, girl, I ain't finna fight over no man. You want him to go? You have him. I said, if he want to be with you, he's free to be with you. He's like, I don't want to be with her. Okay, well, he chose me. She was mad because I guess she was trying to get back together with him. This is what I had to go through in the earliest part of relationship. His baby mama cussing me out, and his ex-girlfriend in and out of our relationship. She was on Facebook talking. I don't have time for it. I don't have the energy. I said, girl, I'm older than you. I don't have the energy. Yeah, texting me. His ex-girlfriend used to text me. Yeah, she used to text me. I had to block her. She would message me, DM me on Facebook. I had to block her. She would cuss me out, call me all kinds of things, threaten me. I said, girl, I told my ex when we were together, I was like, you better tell this girl that I'm not who she's thinking that I am. I said, girl, you are. I said, girl, you see my Facebook, you would think I'm one way. I said, but girl, don't you know I'm from Detroit? Girl, you will come up missing. I said, I promise you. I promise you. I said, have a little talk with her. I had one of my homeboys have a little. And one of my homeboys sent her a message, and he was like, she'll leave you alone. He sent her a nice little message saying, you better back off my friend, cause, and then my friend had just got out of prison too. So he like, I don't care, I'll go back to jail. But yeah, like his ex used to, yeah, I'm like, Pebbles like, baby, I would have wore her out. I said, girl, and then I'm like taller than her, and then I'm like 5'11", so this girl, she's like 5'4". I said, girl, first of all, I ain't finna fight over no man. And second of all, it's not that serious. I like, you want him, you can have him. I ain't finna fight over no man. Never had, never will. I said, I'll get another him the next week. I mean, but that's what I had to go through because that's the kind of toxic women he dated. So I used to tell him, I said, I'm the only sane chick that you've ever been with. Like his whole family acts like his sisters are like that. His mama is like that. Like they all are very like, really out there, mouthy, just want to fight you, loud talking. And I'm not like that. I'm just very calm and cool. And, I'm just like, okay. And then I'll sneak up behind you one night when you walk out the parking lot, just knock you upside the head, put a bag over here and drag you off somewhere. Like it's always the quiet ones that we're the craziest. But yeah, I had to go through that because that's the kind of chicks he was. And so when he got with me, he didn't know what to do. Because I was nice and I was sweet and I was kind and I was normal. And he didn't know how. He told me, like, I didn't know how to be in a real relationship with a woman because all the women I've been with, we've all had very toxic, crazy, volatile, relationships. So when he got with me, it was just a normal relationship. There was no loud talking, with no arguing, with none of that. So, so I tell people that even though you may not be toxic and you may be in the right mind, and when you're dating somebody, you really have to ask what kind of relationships that they've been with and who they've been with, and go from there. Because you, out of everybody they've been with, you may have been the only person with a stable job and a stable life. And, especially when you're dealing with men who've been incarcerated before. Like I said, my ex been incarcerated. So the women that he dated have been in his social circle. And all of these people in his social circle were incarcerated, were addicts, were former addicts. So that's the type of friends and type of women and group of people that he hung around with. I was the outlier. We met on Tinder. So when we met on Tinder, he had never dated anyone offline. Everybody he's dated have always been in his social circle. So you got to think that my ex was wilding out. He was in a gang. He was incarcerated. He was an addict. So you got to think that them type of women in that circle, how they act and what kind of substances and what kind of mental health issues these women. I was the only woman that he has ever been with that wasn't in that circle. Of every woman he'd been with since he was 16, 17 years old, they were all in his social circle. They were all ran around with the same dudes. They hung around in the same crowd. They was all friends that he went to school with, or people that he knew somebody or somebody. They was always in his, they all knew each other except for me. I was the outlier. And so when I got with him, they was like, who are you? I was like, I don't, they were like, do you know this? I was like, I don't know none of these people. I told her, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, I'm not related to none of these friends, none of these exes, nobody. I'm Kiki. I'm me. I ain't got nothing to do with these people that he hang out with. Didn't know them people from Adam. I said, he met me online. So they were shocked that I was an outlier. You know what I'm saying? So I was the outlier. I was not in their little social group. I didn't know his sisters. I didn't know his family. I didn't know. I was just this outsider that just came and we started dating. So, that's how I think I was always the outsider in my ex's social circle, because I was the only person he had ever been with that didn't live close by him, didn't know any of his family and friends. So, which was a good thing, because these people are people I wouldn't hang around with even if I was desperate. These are not people that would be the people that I would hang out with, that would be in my social group, in my social circle. My social group and social circle is college educated people. So we were total opposites. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, my social group and people, by the time I got older, I don't hang around the hood no more. I don't hang out in the streets no more. Like, I left that lifestyle back in my 20s. My social circle and friends are moms, college educated people, doctors, lawyers, accountants, like people, those are the people that's in my wheelhouse, or who I talk to and who I'm friends with. So just normal people, all races, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, but we are like professional people living in the suburbs with like kids and shit. Like, we weren't, I didn't have friends who ran the streets. My ex have friends to this day that are still on the streets and run the streets, who are incarcerated. So I would say when you're dating somebody who's incarcerated, you got to think what social circle these people came from and may still associate with. Now, my ex don't talk to these people and hang out with these people like he used to when he was in his 20s and 30s. But so he distances himself, but they'll call every now and then. They would be like, hey, let's go hang out every now and then. We would go and hang out with them. But you know what I'm saying? Dating someone incarcerated is a whole scene. It's not just that person you're dating. If they have a huge circle of friends and family members, their family members have been incarcerated, their friends have been incarcerated and have addiction issues, it is hard to live a normal life when a person surrounds themselves with these types of people. It is a very hard for them to live a normal life with you and be a normal functioning person when they are surrounded by dysfunction and dysfunctional people. And so my ex, part of our problem in our relationship was him being incarcerated and him being surrounded by ex-incarcerated people. And if anybody knows anything about people who've been incarcerated and you hang around that crew of people, you got all different levels. He made himself a very small world. Yes, my ex lives in a very small world. The same people he'd been friends with since he was 17, 18 years old. And again, he had to get away from these people because these are people who influence how you deal with relationships, how you deal with being a parent. These people are in all different levels of life. Some of these people went back to jail several times and they just got out of prison again for the third or fourth time. Some of these people got multiple kids by multiple baby mamas. He got friends like this. Some of these people have actually lived normal lives and out there living normal lives. But a lot of my ex's friends were not living, they wasn't living right. They wasn't living normal lives. So to date someone who used to be incarcerated, I know it brought in factors that I didn't think, what they would call them and be like, hey, let's go hang out. And you're like, you finna go hang out with who? Should you be hanging out with this person? Didn't they just get out of jail? Well, yeah, they just got out of county and blah blah. Okay, but why would we want to go? But you ain't been to jail in like 15 years. Why would you want to go hang out with this person? And then me feeling like, okay, this person's just gonna get you into trouble. So, it's choices that have to be made when you out of jail and you still hanging around that same type of crew and crowd, or somebody will pop up and message him on Facebook from years ago that been out of jail not too long, and they like, hey man, let's go reconnect and let's go hang out. And so he would go and hang out with these people, and I'm just like, I would suggest not doing it, but but that's just the plight of dating someone incarcerated. It's just what you have to deal with. And so, there's not much I can say. Like I said, we didn't live together, but I just felt like a lot of these friends that would show up and try to rekindle a relationship with my ex, they didn't mean him any good. They know that he was doing well, that he had a nice job, and I think some of these quote unquote ex friends was trying to manipulate him, and they're like, oh man, I need to borrow some money, or oh man, I need a ride here. Like, it was that kind of situation where they needed something from my ex, and I would tell them, I said, can't you see that these people, the only reason they contacting you is to see how you are, but they really need something too from you. And so, I just felt like these old friends of his, I said, why can't you you need to get new friends. Like these people, and they would, and like I said, some of these people I met, some of these people I never met. And then they would tell them stuff like, oh, you've been with the same girl for years and da 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 da, and they would be envious of that. And he would show them my pictures, like, here's my girl, da da da. And I said, do you understand that these people are envious? And they would say things like and try to get him in situations and things. And then they would talk to his ex, and then like they would go back and tell his ex stuff, stuff like that. Like they would go back and tell his ex things. And so that's why his ex even knew about me in the first place, because one of his friends went back and told the ex about me and who I was. That's how she even knew who. Because I was like, how the hell your ex even know I am? Well, because one of my friends went and told, I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. Because they all had the same friends. They all had the same friends. So that's how I got drug in the middle of stuff with the baby mama and the ex-girlfriend, is because they all had the same friends. So I would meet these friends and they would go back and tell. They would be like, yeah, like high school. It was. I said, this is childish. I'm grown. Like this is, why would they go back and tell the ex like, oh my God, Mark over here dating this girl, and oh, she fine, and da 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 da. Oh, what girl? Da, da, da. Like there's no reason why would that's the kind of people he hung around with. And so I got tired of that. Like that was exhausting. And this went off and on for years with us. That his exes, his baby mama would message me and send snide remarks and try to start drama with me, but I would never take the bait. But that's what you have to deal with dealing with somebody that's incarcerated. It's just, like I said, it's not just about them finding a job and getting out of jail and their substance abuse issues and living a normal life. That's too, but it's also their associations and their mindset. And in my ex, he had like that street mindset. He still kind of got that street mindset. Like my ex, he a street ass white boy, because he was born on the streets, hung around black friends and Mexicans, and that's all he's ever known. So when I met him, he really had that mindset, and it took me years to try to talk to him and get him to know something different, and he's like, I've never been with a woman like you. I've never met somebody as educated and that can converse and talk about many different things. And he never met somebody like me. He's like, I've never been with nobody like you. I've never met anybody like you. So, he had that very street hood mindset when I met him, which I like the bad boys, but yeah, it was like high school. He should travel. I try to get my ex to travel all the time. My ex, We were talking about this the other day that he is one of these people that are like routine and setting his ways like a pawpaw. I told my ex, I've never in my life, that's not attractive to me. Like that was another issues in our relationship is that he was very set in his ways and very like a creature of habit. Like he's like a hermit. Like he don't want to go nowhere. He don't want to do anything. And I get why he has that mentality because him being incarcerated and being in trouble a lot of his adult life that he just feels like if he sit at home he won't get no trouble, he won't have, but he makes enough money that he can travel, but he works a lot too, so that's the other issue. He works a lot. He works like 6 days a week. He works like 10, 12 hours a day, but I think he throws himself into his work because I think that keeps him distracted from um other things that he has issues with. Let's just put it that way. And I think he feels like if the more he works, the more he keeps him distracted, the more he keeps him tired. And he then on top of that, his personality is just a creature of habit. I like to travel. I like to go places. I like to see things. That's me, you know. And by the way, speaking of travel, Nomadic Kitty. I have another channel called Nomadic Kitty. And so I love to travel. I love cultures. I want to see places. This summer, me and my kids are planning to travel, and go places. And I'm not a hermit. I like to go. Me and my kids were always on the go. We'll be going to a Japanese festival tomorrow. I'll be taking my camera with me. So I will be doing lives and videos of this Japanese festivals. My kids will be in full kimono. My kids will be dressed to the nines in full kimono. I think both of my kids will be. Yeah, nomadic kitty. And so my kids are going to be, my son is particular because it's his birthday, will be in full kimono. And so I'm going to take videos of the Japanese Spring Festival. Is tomorrow. Today, we were supposed to go today, but it's pouring and raining. It's 100% chance it's been raining all day. So tomorrow it's supposed to be sunshine or partly cloudy. Yeah, happy birthday. He's 14. He's not a little man. He's little, not so little. He's almost as tall as me. He's like 5'9". And so he's going to be donning his full kimono because, you know, Japanese Asian culture rules my household. And so it's his birthday. And so we're going to go um, to the Japanese Spring Festival. We're going to go to a Buddhist monastery, and then he's going to open presents, and I got to order a cake and all that other good stuff. So it's going to be a fun-filled day tomorrow. But right now, today, I'm just chilling. But yeah, I like to travel. I like to go places, and I'm not a hermit. And my ex is definitely a hermit. he like he's just like don't want to go anywhere. Like every place we traveled to, I have to drag him out of his comfort zone. You know, I'll be like, let's go do this. Take some time off of work. He can take time off of work if he wanted to, but he's just kind of stuck in his ways. And I told him that's another contentious problem in our relationship. And that needs about him that he needs to venture out and be a little bit more adventurous and not so stuck in his ways. That's another condition of us being together full time. You know, I have a lot of conditions on us being together, but you know, he's trying. Like I said, I can't say that my ex is trying, but again, it's hard for him because of the mentality he's just had for a long time. And like I said, I think some of it has to do with him being on running the streets and him being incarcerated. And he wasn't incarcerated that long. He was only locked up for like 4 years. But that stuck with him even to this day. You know, that whole mentality, that street life, it's hard to get rid of that street life. I mean, like I said, my dad died with the same mentality. My brothers have the same mentality. I had the same mentality, the longest, a hood mentality. It took me forever until I was in my 30s where I finally got rid of the hood mentality. Like it took a lot of conscientious reading and education and effort for me to change my entire way of thinking and doing things from being locked up. He probably has PTSD. Yes, my ex definitely does. He doesn't like to talk about his time incarcerated. He did not enjoy it, I can tell you that. Like he'll tell me little bits and pieces here and there, but he won't really go into like the full story of what really happened to him while he was in prison. And when he got locked up, I think my ex was 22, 23. So he was young. And he got out when he was 27 or 20. Yeah, he 22 and he got up when he was like 23. He got when he was like 28, 27 or 28. Yeah. So, you know, it was not a good time for him. And thank God I've never been to jail. I never want to go to jail. I don't like being confined and locked up. I don't like none of that. But But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Y'all know at the end of the episode, I try to talk with y'all a little bit. Try to try to suggest, anything else y'all wanted, any suggestions of what videos y'all would like to see, or maybe a show that I really need to be watching. I don't know. But I appreciate everybody that's been here and watched this video. And then people will watch the video, not live. Because yeah. And I'm gonna try to order my son's cake. I'm looking at the news. They're talking about the man who set himself on fire outside Detroit. I shouldn't be laughing because it's not funny, but it's crazy. The man set himself on fire. That's just crazy. Very crazy. Yeah, no, another fool, girl. You ain't even lying. Oh my God. Like you ain't never lying. That's just crazy. Then they talking about Debbie from 90 Day. One of my YouTubers, Moving Mad, just posted about Debbie. What's going on with Debbie on 90 Day, y'all? Oh, he did a interview. Moving Mad did an interview with Ruben from 90 Day Fiance. Y'all go watch it. Because it's apparently something that people don't like Debbie no more. Apparently, Debbie didn't do Ruben right. Apparently, Debbie said that Ruben was a scammer, I guess. And Ruben apparently filed a police report on Debbie for her cyber stalking and harassment. Which one? Debbie, Debbie, the one who dated Osama. Not Debbie, old Debbie. Debbie, the old one, the blonde. Yeah, Osama. Talking about she ruined Ruben's reputation. I guess she was trying to say he was a scammer. I don't know. I got to go back and read and watch because I don't want to be speaking on things that I don't I don't want to speak on stuff that I don't really know about. But I got to go back and watch that. But apparently Debbie lied on Osama. There was a real cat rain once. 14,000 kitties. What? Like I'm going through my subscriber list. Like I said, I gotta get back on the news. I watch a lot of Al Jazeera, y'all. I think I watch Al Jazeera more than I watch anything. Because I want to know what's going on in the Middle East. I'm very interested. I've been interested in the Middle East since I was 12, 13 years old. Since the first Gulf War. The first Gulf War in the 90s. With not George W, but George Bush. The daddy. I've been interested in the Middle East ever since then. So I'm taking Arabic classes. So I'll go back and I'll watch the Al Jazeera in Arabic, and then I'll go back and watch it in English because I'm learning Arabic. It's a hard language to learn, but learning another language is worthwhile, y'all. It's worthwhile. Let's see what else are we doing. I gotta see what news they're talking about in the Middle East. We all need Al Jazeera perspective because they show a lot of things about it, not just the Middle East, but Africa. I watch the channel in Turkey, TRT. I watch that too. I can imagine. I don't watch American news. I don't watch CNN, MSNBC. There's a foreign aid package right now that the House is they're voting on right now. That's worth $95 billion. That I hope they don't pass, but it will. Because, they're trying to ban TikTok too, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all that. I'm going to do a video, but they're trying to ban TikTok. They put that in that aid package as well, saying that TikTok has to be switched over to American or international investors, or they're going to ban TikTok, y'all. So all these people out here making all this money off of TikTok in America, child, y'all finna have nothing because they trying to ban TikTok, which I'm not against. I hate. I told y'all before in my other video when I was talking about making my YouTube channel, I hate social media. I hate it. I think social media is ruining our country, ruining the world. I mean, it does have its benefits. It does have its positives. There are a lot of positives with social media, but I think when it comes to our children, when it comes to young people, when it comes to the division of our nation, I think social media has a lot to do with that. People, I mean,
when people talk about people unaliving themselves, social media has driven up ever since social media came into play, like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. Like the unalive rates of teens and kids under the age of like 16 has like tripled, quadrupled because of things that they see on social media is influencing them. And I believe in the definite ills of social media. I like YouTube. I watch YouTube. I watch a lot of news on YouTube. My kids are not allowed to have TikTok. They're not allowed to have Snapchat. It's blocked on their phones. It's blocked on their computers. My son better be glad I let him on Discord and Twitch to play video games. But if it pops off too much, I'll block it. I'll ban it. I'll ban it. I'll ban it. See my internet. Let me see my internet. What my internet doing? But I'll ban it too. So I'll ban. The only thing they keep my kids watch is YouTube. Like I said, they're not allowed to have TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. It's banned. I don't do social media. I mean, and my son is 14. He just got a phone last year. He didn't have a phone. These kids have phones in kindergarten and 4-year-olds with cell phones. My son just got his first phone last year. I was like adamant about not letting him have a phone. You know, in China, there's a version of TikTok. It's very regulated. It's very regulated. Everything in China is regulated. They have what do they call it? The WeChat, the Weibo, something. They have other social media sites in South Korea. I know about South Korea a lot, in Japan, and they are highly regulated. TikTok is highly regulated in China. It's very regulated. They're not allowed to just post everything and say everything and do everything. That don't exist. Their Instagram is blocked. Russia, they block out shit all the time. You gotta have a VPN to even like see certain uh videos in certain countries. Only in here in America where people are like, I'm gonna do a whole video on my Nomadic Kitty channel about things that are blocked in other countries. There are smoking ban. Like the UK was debating a smoking ban the other day. I was like, you do know in South Korea they're not allowed to smoke in public. It's considered distasteful and unfavorable in some place. You will get fined if you're caught throwing a cigarette butt on the ground. If you're caught littering in South Korea, it is like almost up there with vandalism. Like you can get arrested, you can get put in jail up to 18 months for littering or defacing some shit in South Korea. If you throw a cigarette butt somewhere, you will get fined big time. Mandated haircut. That's in North Korea. North Korea is a totalitarian state. But in South Korea, which everybody loves K-pop and we love South Korea, baby, they don't play over there. They you can't smoke over there. They have smoking bans. In a lot of countries, you cannot smoke anywhere. I said only in America, in a lot of these westernized countries, where you try to ban certain things and it's like it's fascist, it's socialism. They don't consider it like that over there. They're like, well, why? Why should you be allowed to be out in public drunk? They don't do public drunkenness. They don't do it a lot of things in a lot of countries. You know, have you never been out of the country? Yeah, go visit out of the country. They don't allow a lot of things in a lot of countries. Like I said, in my other channel, Nomadic Kitty, I talk about not just geography, but I talk about cultures. I talk about Iran, they can't have water guns over there. Iran, they don't sell Barbies. In Iran, they don't do a lot of things. A lot of people you can't drink in public. You can't wear certain things in certain countries. It's not allowed. Even in Japan, with all of Japanese freedom and everything like that, these are still very conservative countries. So the idea that like, you know, it if you set up rules that somehow that's taking away people's freedom, that is so absurd in other countries. They think it's stupid. Do you know, like in India, when they export movies from America to India, they have to block out certain things. There's certain words, there's certain scenes that they cut out of Marvel movies with them drinking. There's certain violence that you can't show in India that they cut out. It's a whole thing, like in movies that they edit these movies heavily in other countries. That they won't allow certain scenes. Now, I mean, and I'm not talking about not just nudity or violence, but things that we would consider like scenes where people are drinking. In India, they don't allow that. They have to cut them scenes out. If people are sitting around drinking at a bar, they cut that out because that's a bad look. They don't want people to see people drinking. So the idea that here everything is just all goes. North Korea, yes, it's a definite. I did a whole video, North Korea about. And I'm gonna do more videos. I find North Korea fascinating, but the whole idea here that like anything goes and you can just show anything and do anything, that's a very westernized notion. And I believe that social media should be heavily censored. I do not believe in like, okay, I don't know what level of censorship, but the idea that, I didn't see some things on Twitter and TikTok, people doing sexual things, and the fact that you under the age of 18, you can easily just log in and change your age and get off. I believe that sites should have age verification parameters set in. There are tools that parents can use, yes, but I just don't believe that social media should just be running roughshod on us all. That people have a lot of disinformation. People are posting things that are not even factual, and people are running with it and believing it. And I think that a lot of that, especially the non-factual fake news, and the people now with AI, people can Photoshop and create whole pictures that are not even real. So I think as technology becomes more sophisticated, there should be some sort of regulation on it. And I hate TikTok with a passion. I hate it. I hate TikTok. And so I don't think there's social value for TikTok, but a lot of the other fuckery and the foolery that goes on TikTok, I don't agree with. I think it's a cesspool of just stupidity. And I'm just tired of Americans becoming stupider and stupider and stupider. Even though that's not a word, but I'm tired of just Americans just dumbing down discourse and dumbing down of our population. It has a lot to do with social media. How kids have short attention spans now. If it's not in a 30-second TikTok video or 1-minute video, we're not interested. Like, that's not good for a society, education wise, critical thinking wise, that everything has to be narrowed down to 30 or 60-second soundbite. Like, that's not a way to get real information. 30 or second soundbite. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like and like I said, me keeping my kids off of cell phones and social media is to try to erase a lot of that, of the short attention span, that I need to hear something in 10, 15, 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes, or I'm going to tune out after a minute. I told my kids, I don't need that. For you to be successful in life, you're going to have to pay attention to things. Everything is not going to be in a 30 or 60-second video or 30 or 60-second soundbite. Life is a lot more than that. I just saw some guy catfished by AI. Oh yeah, AI finna come. I'm gonna do that dating app AI video. How AI is finna wreck everything. People creating whole people that look like real people. Like I go on the AI deviant art and AI art sites, and people creating phenomenal AI. I mean, these look like real women. I would think I have pictures that look like, I go in there and look at them and trying to see what people are doing AI regarding people looking like real people. They look like real people. But in real scenarios, real beaches, there's somebody did AI. It's a group of women. It's like 3 or 4 women together. I thought these were real women. They were all AI. And so if people can create group photos and pictures in front of real places, like real scenery in the background, it's gonna come to the point where you ain't gonna know who you're talking to. You're not gonna know whether these pictures, they're not real people. They look like real women. They look like real men, but they're not. You looking at these pictures, there's no way in hell I'd be able to tell that these weren't real women unless I was staring really, 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 really hard and looking and know what to look for. But I'm an artist, so I know what to look for. But if I wasn't an artist, I show people these pictures. Does these look like real women? Yeah, those look like real women. They're not real women. They weren't real women. They're all AI. The scenery was all fake, but it looked like a real beach. They were in bikinis. They were sitting at a pool, and it looked like real women. And then they have tons of these pictures where you can download them and license them and download them for free or pay for them, or you can commission artists to tell what kind of woman or what kind of man or what kind of scenery you want, and they will make it. And they look like real scenes, real people, real locations, real world places, and they're all AI. And the technology is becoming more and more sophisticated as we speak. Nomadic Kitty, the picture that I have on Nomadic Kitty is a picture that somebody created for me through AI. That's not a real cat. But you can kind of tell. Like, it wasn't a sophisticated AI program he used. It's just a cat, and her little paw is on the map, my nomadic kitty is not a real cat. Like she's an AI kitty. And so yeah, but I got somebody to do that picture real quick. Like he just put in the parameters and popped out a picture of a cat stepping on a map or whatever. So that's an AI. I'll I'm gonna have some other, yes. Nomadic kitty is not a real cat. That's not a real cat. The lies. I know she's the cutest. Someone said that's the cutest orange tabby. I said that's not a real cat. Nomadic kitty, she not real kitty. She fake kitty. She's not a real cat. But yeah, I just because I couldn't get my real cat to act right. He can't my real cat can't act right to save my life. He need a dose of act right. But yeah, nomadic kitty, the picture of nomadic kitty, that's not a real cat. Um thought she might be no. My cat is like gray and white and brown. My cat Mickey, that's the only cat I have. And he's fat and he wouldn't but yeah, I mean you can get AI versions of like real cats and if you send a picture in, like this artists are doing a lot of things that I never thought possible as an artist. But it's happening. But I'm gonna get back on my art soon. But I want to try my hand at digital. I already do digital art. So I want to try. You know, I got a new cat. No, child. No, no, Nomadic Kitty is not a real cat. But they have so many programs and things that I want to try my hand at AI generated art. I already do digital art. So the artwork that I do is digital art. I don't paint, I don't draw. All my art is done on several different programs. And then I put it most of the time Adobe. And then you can create everything all the art that I have, I create it, I download the file, and then there's a company, well, there's several companies, but I use one in particular where you download a file and then they can print it out and they can frame it. So all of my art is digital. I don't paint, I don't draw. I do paint and I do draw. Let me say that. I do. But my art that I have won awards for and that it's hanging up in my house that I show y'all sometimes, it's all digital. It's not real. It's not me hand drawing it or painting it. It's all created on computer and then it's downloaded and then printed out and then framed. So it costs me money to print it and frame, but I need to have it printed and framed if it's going to a gallery. A lot of art contests I enter, I just have to send the file and then or take a picture of it and send the file. And then they have judges who do it virtually and digitally. But the artwork that actually sitting in galleries, I actually have to ship the artwork to the gallery or take it to the gallery if it's local. But I have to ship the artwork. I actually get it printed, framed, and I have to ship it to the gallery. So I have artwork in galleries all over, and some of them pay me. They commission me to do it. They pay me money. They pay me back the cost that I have to have it printed, framed, and shipped. And then if I win an award for it, then they pay me money on top of that. So that's how the art thing goes. So my next endeavor is to learn how to do AI generated sceneries because that's the easiest thing to do. Then move on to doing people. Doing people is hard because you have limbs and hands and feet and things get a little wonky there. But I'm gonna try to do AI generated scenery first through an AI program and learn how to do it, and then post some of what I think is good, maybe on my YouTube channels, and then once I get better, I'll start doing AI people. And so once I get good doing that, then I can do people and scenery, and then I can start doing my artwork is more kind of shading and avant-garde. It's not real life. I don't do real life art or like where it looks like a real person. My artwork, you can definitely tell it's pixelated, it's colored, it's stylized. I do what they call stylized digital art. I'm going to start getting into AI generated realistic art. So realistic sceneries, and that is harder to do, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for learning something new, and I'm up for the challenge. So my next endeavor is to be an AI artist, and then you can create pages and and have people come to you and pay you to create things, and then I'll be able to create my own thumbnail. I can create my own thumbnails now. I do create my own thumbnails to a certain extent. I just get lazy with it, but I can generate my own uh, scenery for my other channel, and so Like on my other channel, you see my videos, I have slides and stuff like that. And so I want to be able to do a video where I'll generate AI generate all of my slides. And so I won't get any copyright notices of stealing pictures of scenery from other places, because it gets real dubious when you're doing videos about like Iran or China or any place, because I need to get the pictures that I get of these actual locations. I have to copyright it. I have to pay for the copyright. So that's what I do now. I have to pay a website, and then when you're on that website, you get, you get copyright. But I mean, the website that I use, iStock, it costs me, like, you can use it for free, but then if you want access to more pictures of different locations, it costs money. So I have to pay $25 a month to have access to all of their picture files. And so I get the licenses for that. But I don't it gets to the point where if I can render and make my own, if I can just take a real life location and recreate it AI wise, and then just take and then recreate different scenes and different things myself, then I don't have to pay per month to have access to this database of photos and videos and pictures. And if I could just learn to do my own AI pictures and my own AI video, that's the next step, to do AI video. That's really highly specialized, and that really takes some thinking. But if I can start there, I'll be able to produce my own AI videos eventually. That's my goal. And so I can do my videos on Nomadic Kitty without paying for these licenses and going through all of that. I can just do my own thing, y'all. So that's my future in video. And then eventually, maybe on this channel, I don't know, I'll get to the point where I don't have to be on camera no more. I can still do lives, but then I can do video about other stuff, and I ain't got to be on camera no more, because I hate being on camera. I hate it, y'all. I hate it. I don't like being on camera, but it's fun talking to y'all. But, I would like to do a live, like, maybe just when I'm watching Love During Lockup or something. But I don't want to do lives like every couple of days about certain topics. But I just get tired of doing live. I don't want to do live no more. I want to be I want to be not live. I want to be able to just do straight edited, produced, nice production videos. And then I want to do it without me taking hours to do it, because now when I do it, it doesn't take hours. I can literally pump out on Nomadic Kitty, each one of those videos. If it's like a 10-minute video, it probably takes me an hour to do a 10-minute video. The longer the video, the longer it takes. But Nomadic Kitty, I'm pumping out videos. I got plenty of ideas. I'm going to do one about nude beaches. There won't be no naked people in there, YouTube, but I'm doing a video about nude beaches. I'm going to do about other exotic locations and things. So there's more to come on Nomadic Kitty. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. But anyway, I've talked long enough, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Thank everybody who came and watched my shows. My phone is going off. I got to order this cake for my son. Lord have mercy. I've done nothing. I've done nothing for 2 hours. Nothing. Oh my God. Like, look. Oh my God. Like, my glasses like stick to my face. Look all sweaty. Y'all have a good day. Bye, GSP. Thank you. XXXIZ. I thank you for being here. Bobby, Tiffany, Ruby, all the people who just come here and lurk and watch. You creepers, I love y'all too. I love all y'all people. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. What did y'all think about this episode? I thought the episode was great, by the way. And we will be back next week. Bye.